Good afternoon, fellow traders. It's Black Coffee Trader coming at you here on what is today? Wednesday, I think. Wednesday, the 14th of January. And hey, we bounced back today with a green day. Not a great day, but a nice green day, up about 3,500, a little over 3,500 across the funded accounts. I did lose the Tradeify account that I had. So it went bye-bye, sayonara. Lost it this morning. Is what it is. It didn't really have high expectations because I only had like $100 to draw down after yesterday's fiasco. Yeah, had a good day. One trade on the Apex accounts. One change I did make. Hang on a minute. Excuse me. Got a frog in my throat. One change I did make is I did break out the Apex accounts. I'm trading those as one group, and I'm trading the rest of the accounts as the other group. So these Lucid accounts and these Take Profit accounts I'm trading as a separate group. The reason for that is after the big red day yesterday and the earlier red day late in December, these accounts were left in pretty bad drawdown. And so actually last Friday, I've had three big red days in the last 3 weeks. So that's kind of a pain. But the drawdowns are not very big in these accounts. The Lucid ones, we've got like $500. The Take Profit ones, we've got like $400. So I am trading those separately to try to build those back up. I did have them up a little bit higher today and gave some back, and then I decided I was done for the day. I'm not going to go from green to red on those accounts. But yeah, Apex was a one and done. So let's look at the trades. I'm not going to actually, let's just look at TradeZella. Let's go there. I'm not going to spend time going through all the trades. I took 9 trades today. And again, a little bit more maybe because I did, obviously split these into 2 groups. But anyway, here's the stats for today. 3,500, about 50% on the win rate. Nice average win to loss, 2.7. So the average winner today was 158. The average loser was 58. Is that right? Yeah. And so we're still down $3,000 on the week. I am probably going to try to trade tomorrow yet. I don't think I'm going to trade on Friday. So maybe I can have a good day tomorrow and maybe get us back to break even. That would be nice. But yeah, I'm just glad to bounce back. Had a couple $3,000 days here sandwiched around that $9,700 day from yesterday. And so in last Friday we had a big red day. I've had several nice, $3,000 days, but these two red days are kind of a bummer. I mean, that's $18,000 right there in losses. Actually, almost $19,000. I'm actually curious, where are we at for the month? We should be down down 2,500 for the month, which is really not bad. So that's 19,000. That's a lot of money gone in 2 days. So we think we got to fix that. We definitely have to fix that. So, but anyway, that's where the stats are at. That's where we're going and what happened. I'll talk through some of the trades. So the thing I was really looking for this morning is the tariff ruling by the Supreme Court, and obviously that got delayed again. So there was an anticipatory downside prior to that ruling getting delayed, and a little bit of crazy action here this morning. But I was patient. I did take a couple early pre-market trades that ended up in losses. So when I started the trading day, like the New York session day here, when I started that on the take profit accounts I was red, and on these accounts I was red. I only took one trade on the Apex accounts, which I believe actually was this trade right here. Yes, it was. Nope. There we go. Yeah, there's the trade. So this was the trade I took on the Apex accounts. Basically a break and retest of this level right here. You've got kind of an area in the pre-market. We had stayed above that. We kind of dipped right at the open, tested right off of there, and then we fell through, came back up, and kind of sloppily went through there, rejected off VWAP. And when we retested right in here, the point I took the entry was because of this little rejection, these 2 candles rejecting right there. Took the entry here, was able to keep my stop just right above this level, and out with 1 contract, 2 contracts, and then on this dip down below, I kept trailing my stop, moved my stop to here, thinking that we might bounce, which we did, got taken out of there, but that was about a $200 trade. No, 190, duh, right there it is, $190 trade. So really, really nice execution there. Nice green trade on the Apex account, so happy about that. Now, let's flip to Take Profit Trader. That's where I took the other. Okay, so nothing else on ES. I did take a couple morning trades there that turned out. I talked about those earlier. Here's the other one. I had 2 trades that were pretty good on the other accounts, Take Profit accounts. I had a short here in the morning session here. I had one that was just a little blip and got out break even for a little bit of a win. But then here, soon after the open, I took this short and got out of there with a couple of contracts for a nice winning trade. I think that one we're up 56 and 90, about 150 bucks on that trade, which put me back to green. And then unfortunately right here, let me just zoom in here a little bit so we can see it a little better. Right here, I took a short. So in the morning we had shorted this, looking for this downtrend, got it. We bounced back up, came back below and retested. Here's the daily 50, here's the daily 20. And when we wick tested that, I got in short, and I had my stop too tight. I put my stop right above this wick, which was kind of dumb. The stop should have been up here. So I really killed myself on this trade, but ended up there with $106 loss. So I gave back, 2/3 of this trade, of this win, on that loss, and went back into red slightly. And then obviously I saw my mistake. As soon as I got stopped out, I was like, man, I should have my stop up here. That was just dumb. We fell back down below. Obviously, you see this red wick right here. And then we had the next red candle pushing below, and we got down below here. I took the short and out there with a really nice trade. I think it was up to something, so $225 trade there, and that put the accounts nicely green on the day. So happy with that. And then here, I think it was around the noon time, I took a couple of trades on the Dow Jones. I think it was a Dow Jones. Yeah, right here. I took some trades on the Dow with these accounts and gave back about 100 bucks, 80 bucks maybe right here. As we finally fell below this level, I mean, obviously the Dow Jones is just kind of doing this. We had a high, we had a low, and we fell below, and I was a little bit aggressive, took this entry short. It just didn't play, got stopped out there for a loss of about 80 bucks, yeah, $75. And then when we kind of reclaimed this area, notice this hold, let me get rid of these lines here. We had a hold here and a hold here, and obviously this, I was looking at this as, hey, this was a short trap that failed, and now we're reclaiming, so I'm going to take this market long, took the long right here, and as of right now, it kind of looks like maybe that was the right play. Got out with one contract there, moved my stop to right below here, and really basically if it stops me out, I was going to have a break-even trade, which is essentially what happened, and did get stopped out there. This market then continued to wick and just kind of trailed higher. So it is higher. Had I left my stop maybe down here at these lows, well, actually that would have got me. It's just kind of a nasty, it was not a great setup at all. I was just trading price action and got stopped there for a dollar loss, so break-even loss. But at that point, I was like, you know what, I'm going to lock myself out. I went into TradeZella Quant Guard, as you can see, and locked myself out of all my accounts, and I cannot trade for the rest of the day. I said, you know what, I'm not going to risk giving back money. These accounts are almost blown. I mean, 300 bucks is now almost 400, but that's not much drawdown. But if I'm careful, I think I can rebuild them. So didn't have too much hope on the Tradeify account because the drawdown was so low, and is what it is. I did have a decent little day on the evals, copy trading those, so about 500 bucks on those. But I've got several that I'm trying to get across the finish line. So we'll get some more Tradeify accounts. But in any case, the goal really for going forward here is just I'm going to probably keep these separated until I maybe get the take profit accounts and these Lucid accounts up to where the Apex accounts are, wherever we get to, and then maybe put them all back together. Or maybe I just leave them separate. I do kind of like the idea right now of keeping these Apex accounts as kind of a separate trading account, and then the other ones so I've got two basic different accounts. I kind of like that. I really do kind of like that. So maybe I'll change my mind, but just kind of trying to protect these Apex accounts and see what we can do to revive the other ones. So, but yeah, that was today. So we'll see where this thing goes. Man, the Dow Jones is just ugly. That's an ugly looking chart. We'll see where this thing goes. We're getting some continued downside. Obviously, we're here in a bit of a channel here since about late morning, mid-morning or so. We've been lunch hour, we've just been in a channel. So I'm kind of curious if this is just going to go sideways for the rest of the day or if we're going to get some kind of a move. So, but anyway, I'm signing off. We're doing other things, and yeah, that's the trades for today. Happy with a green day. Let's look at on the week. So with today's trade, we're basically down around 100 to 150 bucks per account this week. So that can be revived. If we have one good day tomorrow, we could get that back and be green. Obviously, we did blow this account, so that Tradeify account is no longer with us. Rest in peace. But anyway, there we go. That's what happened today. That's where we're at. Like the execution, traded well. Yeah, I like where I'm at. Yesterday was a bad day, and we just chalk it off as, hey, bad days happen, and try to avoid it in the future and put together some good days and get back at it. So, okay, I'll leave you with that. Last but not least, that Apex sale ends tomorrow. There's a couple other good sales going on, so thanks for supporting the channel. Those of you that do, use code BCT. And if not, if you're new, feel free to like and subscribe. And thanks for supporting the channel. Appreciate that very much. Have a great day. We'll catch up with you on the next one. Take care, and so long.